back to the Penncast, off the record, where Maddie might be a serial killer, and he just wants Lakin to cry so bad.
So bad.
About me.
Anyways, today we're going to start by talking about music festivals. Now, you guys have a lot more opinions on this than I do, so I'm going to let you kind of lead. We're going to talk about 3 today. 3 specifically.
Let's talk about 4.
Let's talk about why that light keeps flashing.
Why is Lollapalooza in Chicago?
Why is Lollapalooza in
Why
Chicago?
won't
You
they
mean
bring
you mean
back-
Chirac? You mean the wreck?
Just of all places, like if I'm getting tickets to go somewhere, it's not gonna be Chicago.
Why? What's
Okay.
wrong with Chirac?
Do I need to spell it out for you?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I mean, I think Chicago's a nice city. They got the river.
They got the bean.
Yeah, duh bean.
They got the bean.
Duh bears. Duh bears.
No.
Okay.
Go ahead, Maddie.
Lineups. Music festival lineups. I'm gonna, so Lollapalooza, Bonnaroo, and Coachella.
Okay. What's the Lollapalooza lineup?
Okay, the Lollapalooza lineup has a bunch of people. It starts Thursday. Luke Bryan and Tyler, the Creator, which is a crazy co-headline.
Luke Combs.
That's
Combs
okay,
and
that's
Tyler
okay.
the Creator
It's still
on a Thursday.
country. Luke
It's
Combs and
getting
Luke Bryan
sticky.
is both country.
I feel like Tyler the Creator's whack.
What do you mean?
Like he's whack. Like his music is whack.
I agree.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
it's not
it's
good.
supposed to be.
Oh.
Whoa.
Like I don't personally like that kind of music.
I don't agree.
Well,
I'm
good
into,
thing
like,
he doesn't
good-
like you.
I'm into good music.
You listen. No, I'm not even.
You
gonna
listen
go
to
there. I'm
Rod
not paying
Wave.
attention. Okay, thank you.
You a Roddington wavy
Okay,
chip.
okay. Guys,
Don't ever disrespect Rodarius Marcel Green III. I promise you.
Stop.
that was
So you're
So
saying
criminal.
okay? So you're saying you listen to Tyler the Creator, but you won't listen to Rod Wave?
Yes, I absolutely will say that.
I'm saying I've listened to Tyler, the Creator, and I've never listened.
Because
to
you
Rock
make my
Wave. I
earthquake.
would. Okay, so I think a Luke Combs, Tyler the Creator co-headline is wild, and then
Yeah, that is.
there's Olivia Rodrigo and Korn co-headliner on Friday. That's crazier.
They could
That's
team up for Shoots and Lathers.
much
What?
crazier.
Dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I like Olivia Rodrigo. I can get with her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
Do
get
you
down
like
to some.
driver's license?
Well, you know why? It's because she's so sad. Because I'm so sad all the time. So I just listen to sad
Aw.
music.
And then-
I'm
musicians.
sorry to hear that, Mario.
And then
Yeah.
I can't remember for Saturday. It's some band that I didn't know, and
Was it
twice
Ruckus?
something crazy. I don't know. Some
Ruckus.
band I don't know, and
Shadow
twice, which is
Gunter.
a K-pop group. And then, oh god, what was the last one? The last one had Sabrina Carpenter on it,
Okay.
and somebody else. What did we talk about earlier? About Sabrina Carpenter.
The
Pose.
love Sabrina
How
Carpenter.
did you
bro.
forget about My Chemical Romance?
My Chemical Romance is
She's-
playing at Lollapalooza.
She's a fibber. She's fibbing.
Bro, and Cage the Elephant, John Summit.
When are they?
Who
Are you
are
looking
these
at the 2025 America Lollapalooza? Because there's different.
Chicago.
Okay.
Low key,
Wait, can I
Coachella,
see this?
Coachella would be fire.
Tyler the
I would
Creator,
love to go to a
Zach
music
Bryan,
festival. I've never
Olivia
been to one.
Rodrigo, My Chemical Romance.
How did we go from Luke
Wait,
Bryan
can
to
I
Luke
do
Combs
this?
to Zach Bryan? This is not.
I have never been to a concert at all.
What she's saying is she's lying to you. Do you see the word mock?
Y'all, we're having a bow over here.
He's
That
never.
was a Reddit thing. Never mind.
Guys,
Leggin.
He's never been to a concert.
No
Seriously.
concert?
I was gonna go to my first concert ever in November,
What was it?
Rod Wave, and it got postponed to February. And then 2 weeks before the concert happened, it got canceled.
He hates you.
But he's coming back. He's having a redemption tour in the
Okay.
summer, so I'm gonna go.
And I
Okay,
bet he
okay.
cancels again because he hates you.
He probably will, but you know what? Every time he cancels, and every time I get disappointed, you best believe I'm gonna be first in line to buy the tickets whenever his next tour comes out. I'm gonna be first in line. Now, I feel like going to a music festival would be fire though.
Yeah.
That'd be tough.
I agree. I went to a music festival once. It was in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And I saw Hosier, and that was cool. He's a big festival. He's definitely playing at one of them.
He's playing it.
It's either Coachella. Oh,
I would have to go
I
to
think you might-
I
Coachella,
don't see
like
him
big,
alone
big
also.
artists. Like I don't listen to many like
Coachella,
underground
okay,
or like
so-
lower level artists.
So
Lower level artists.
Respectfully, you know what I mean.
so
And Rod Wave, he's just top tier.
Yeah, Rod Wave sells out tours, arenas.
Maybe Rod Wave will
Every
perform
time.
at my wedding.
maybe
You hire him.
I can make that happen.
the lineup for Coachella both weekends. The headliner is Lady Gaga Friday.
I love that.
Oh God, who's Saturday? Because I know Sunday is. No, Saturday's Green Day. Lady Gaga, Green Day, Post Malone.
Okay, but I saw Green Day at...
Benson
I
Boone
think it
is
was
in there
Bonnaroo.
somewhere.
Those-
Benson Boone is in this.
He is in there.
Those are all people that I know, so I could low-key get behind that.
Okay.
Can someone look up the Coachella headline?
Yeah, I got it.
Because I love Lady Gaga headlining, but with some of these other people that are in the mix,
No.
like that is not.
I
So,
saw
do you know
Green
how
Day.
music
It's
festivals
iconic.
Huh?
No.
Do you know how music festivals work?
Yeah, isn't it just like one performs and the next performs and then
Yeah.
they just keep performing? Like
Yeah,
I
it's
just
not like they're
but-
performing together.
yeah, but I feel like
That
the
would be
vibe
fire,
of
though.
like I say like all the artists on like a Friday they're performing, they should all match the vibe. Like it shouldn't
Exactly.
be like
and they
a
could all come out and
K-pop.
perform a song together. We are the
I mean,
world.
like sometimes
Like
they
one
do
of
that at
those.
You
the
know
same
what?
time.
We are the children.
Like, if you
like
think
when they
about
come
it-
together.
People are
Like
gonna
my
want to go
mom.
see like I don't know if let's say like Lady Gaga. No, I can't compare anybody to her. Let's say like Charlie XCX and Clairo
Don't
She's
know who
headlining
either of
playing
those
on
people
the
are.
same night.
Well,
That sucks.
I thought it was. I think it's crazy. What I think is crazy. Are you guys familiar with A.G. Cook, the producer? Probably not. He produces with Charlie XCX like all the time. He and her are both going to Coachella, but they're performing different days. That doesn't make any sense.
No, facts.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I feel
Put them
that.
on the same day. Put them on the same stage, same time. I don't like.
I mean, it's possible that they both pop out for each other's sets.
They
too.
probably will.
Charlie
They'll be there.
XCX is headlining alongside the
Well,
Misfits.
Green Day is
Guys.
headlining, and then she's like the next person in line.
I
Speak
thought
like
she
him.
was the next day.
I see nothing wrong with this Coachella lineup.
Go ahead, lay
Lady
it.
Gaga,
Okay.
Missy Elliott.
Does she make
Missy
music
Elliott.
anymore? Lady
She
Gaga.
just dropped an album.
Lady
What,
Gaga.
you didn't read her media
Bro, I
review?
hate
She
him
just
so
dropped
bad.
an album. It came out on Monday.
This is why she's not crying when you
The
die.
media review came out on Monday.
I read
That's
every-
why you
I read
get one
every story.
flower and I'm out.
What was the last story I wrote, Mario?
You wrote about the highlight about that professor lady.
That's true.
Damn.
Because I read every single story that you ever write. Go ahead, Lakin.
Charlie XCX,
Okay. Still don't know who that is.
Misfits.
Okay.
Okay. It's not a great lineup, but I mean,
I recommend listeners of the Penncast to look at the lineups. I just think they're kind of weak.
Well,
I
who's
think they're all
actually
rich.
going to Coachella though? Like, let's be real.
Rich people.
Yeah, like nobody from IUP
They're like
is going.
$400 a ticket. Also,
That's actually not bad.
what?
To see all those
But
people.
then to go to like Coachella,
then you
pay
gotta go to
$450 a
Chicago,
ticket,
though.
then the travel cost, and
Exactly.
the hotel cost, and then food cost, and all that
Exactly.
stuff. That's easy.
Coachella's in California.
Ah.
Lollapalooza's in Chicago.
Lollapalooza's $450.
Bonnaroo is
in
in Tennessee.
Can I just make the comment that it used to be like way less expensive to go see your favorite artist in concert, and now being able to go see live music is becoming such an expensive luxury. Like
I
that is
saw-
insane.
Live
I
I'm
saw
not
a
late
tweet
for
the other day.
$90.
I saw a tweet the other day that was somebody's ticket stub from a One Direction concert in 2013. $40
oh, that's
for
crazy.
the biggest band in the world at
But
the
you,
time.
if they were to have
$40.
been able to
Pause.
have a reunion tour, say R.I.P. Liam Payne,
The
it would be
biggest
like,
band in the world.
At the time, yeah.
Pause.
What you know about One
At the,
Direction?
in
That might not be
2013,
wrong.
in
Pause.
2013,
There were a lot of teenage girls who were obsessed at the time. Teenage girls make up half the population.
And you know what's
Mario.
funny? We don't have anything like that right now. Like I was just thinking about that
Yeah, we do.
the other week. I was like,
Don't you dare
Like,
say Broadway.
stop. Who is this generation's Justin Bieber? Like it's probably the Kid Leroy or Conan Gray.
In 2013, One Direction emerged as the biggest band globally, topping international charts with their third album, Midnight Memories, and singles like Best Song Ever and Story of My Life.
The biggest.
And now it's the K-pop boys. They're probably the biggest boy bands.
Probably. Why do you hate? He hates me now.
I hate him.
See, I think that it's special though, because that's what makes those bands and those artists like makes them who they are. Is the fact there's no comparison.
Okay, but
Like
it
Kid
kinda-
Leroy and
it
Justin
kinda
Bieber?
just sucks that nowadays like kids like don't have the same like music like growing up. Like we all like if we listen to a playlist from like the early 2010s, late
Yeah.
2000s, we all get this feeling
Not
of
facts.
like nostalgia, and then
Mhm.
kids like they're just gonna be like it's gonna be like Glorilla.
No,
they're gonna turn on Glorilla.
You
They're
wanna-
gonna be
But what's
oh
wrong
my
with that?
God.
You wanna know something crazy? My brother
It's
came
not
up
the
to me
same.
the other day and he slid his phone across the table and he said, "What you know about this song?
What song was it?
Tongue Tied by Group Love."
Are you
Bro.
serious?
He's only 4 years younger than me.
What does he know about that song?
No, for
that's
real.
the question.
What do you know about
Who's
Group
this
Love?
generation's Fetty Wap gonna be? That's the real question.
There is no
The
Fetty
The
Wap.
actual goat, bro.
Ready.
Yeah,
No
I would
buzz.
agree with that.
No,
Has
for real.
anyone-
No, because he has a song trend regularly.
Has anyone actually
get to
taken
the
over the world
dance?
and with one album?
Sweet
Like he's not even a one-hit wonder. He had an entire
That man
album.
ran 2016
No, literally.
Yo,
with one album.
yes.
Yeah.
Me and my class used to like remember 679.
Yeah.
We used to sing 679 in unison in music class. Like we were gonna like go in the choir and be like
That's
background
so
singers for him
Jimmy
in
Choo.
concert. Which one was Jimmy Choo? Slim Thick with your I might buy you a new bed.
Yeah.
That is not Jimmy Choo.
I like Jug.
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
is.
baby, that is Jimmy Choo.
I think it is.
I like Jug.
is.
I'm like, baby, how you do?
I know my Fetty Wap.
What is the Fetty Wap song that's been on TikTok recently?
Again. I want you to be mine again. On a JBL speaker.
That's some Mario energy.
Alright, now we're jumping into this episode's self-care. I think Mario has his tip ready to go.
Pause.
What?
Okay.
What's your self-care, Mario?
Yeah. I just feel like everyone should read every day self-help books.
Okay.
At least I try to read 10 pages a day. I know that's a generic thing, but that's not true. I just read until my mind can't handle it anymore. So that normally ends up being about 10 pages. But I just think reading is really a good thing because a lot of people got a lot of stuff going on, not only physically but also internally. So if you sit down, whether it's sometimes I'll read in my car before work. That's really a good time I like to read to kind of reset in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Or most of the time I'll read at night, before I go to bed.
Okay.
Sit
I love reading
down,
before bed.
read, clear your mind a little bit, get some good perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
think
really
that's
puts you in a better mood.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And
then all you pay attention to is what's going on in the book, not what's actually happening in your life.
And so
Yeah,
I like
gotta
the
read more.
I like the nonfiction, the self-help ones.
Okay.
So if I read something that's really good in a self-help book, a really good tip, pause. And if I really like it, I can think about that and I can try to apply that to my day, whether it's in the middle of the day or apply it to what I'm gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah.
I really and I didn't learn to read really till I got to college. Read, you know what I mean? I could read, but I couldn't
Oh.
I couldn't
Okay,
take in
okay,
information.
okay.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like here-
cat, dog, fox,
No,
fox.
I think he means the difference between hearing and listening.
in
You
one
can
ear,
read, but you
out
couldn't
the other.
read.
Yeah, I couldn't
So
take
you
in
could
the-
read, but you couldn't comprehend? You mean you didn't learn how to
Exactly.
comprehend?
I couldn't
till college?
comprehend exactly.
Okay.
That's
I didn't learn how to comprehend until I got to college. I read this book. I took the psychology class, and I read this book. It was called The Boy Who Was Raised by Wolves.
Yeah.
And that book actually
It's so
changed
good.
my life.
It's so good.
That was the first book I read 300 pages to that book.
Yeah,
Wait, were we in the same
cool.
class?
Probably.
Yo!
I had to read Fahrenheit
Invisible String.
451
For
for
psych?
Palumbo.
Oh, weird.
It was half the final, and I was just okay, it's
Is-
a good book.
Is that not
it is a
Invisible
good book.
String AF?
Yeah.
That's Invisible String.
That's Invisible String
For
AF.
sure. Okay, but yeah, so I like reading. I think reading is good. Everyone should read. I rock with reading.
I think
That's a
something that goes into the self-help thing is gonna kind of go into mine. Mine has to do with sleeping. Get a good pillow.
Yes.
Get a good pillow because a bad pillow equals bad sleep and other problems. I have this rectangular pillow because I'm a side sleeper, and so if I sleep on my side, there's just this gap here. The pillow doesn't fill, but if you have a rectangular pillow, it fills that. And if I sleep without it, I get really bad headaches, really bad. So I've gotten really, really into the square pillow, and I feel like people just think I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy a pillow, and it's you can do that.
You gotta test them out.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
Because you can very easily buy a pillow that's oh my gosh, this thing is flat.
Yeah.
Or because I like the memory foam ones. I had this bamboo pillow, and this one I used for 10 years. It got so nasty and disgusting, so I had to get another one, same brand, same everything.
What the yellow dude pillow?
It was a yellow, yep. It
No,
was
for
a yellow
real?
dude pillow.
No,
But it was
for
the same brand, same everything, but it just wasn't the same.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
I have trouble. I haven't found anything like it since.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Because after so long, I feel like they rebrand it, so you'll never get
Yeah.
the same.
Honestly.
But also, getting a good night's sleep really sets up so much, your vibe for the day, your mood for the day, how you
100%.
physically feel, your
100%.
energy levels.
Yeah.
Type B.
I think that had to do with kind of what you were saying also. Your tip for the week.
Pause.
I think you should put your phone down an hour before bed. Do a
Okay.
crossword puzzle. I mean TV too, just unwind, read a book. I do crosswords. I mean, I'm
I
pretty
also
bad.
like doing crosswords.
I'm pretty bad. I got the cow book where you just have to find a bunch of
Cute.
cow. I hate it. I want to set it on fire.
Oh.
I
well,
can't. I can never find all the cows. There's always just one because
That's
all the
fine.
C's end up looking like O's. I
It's
hate
a
it.
Where's Waldo?
Really serious.
It's
for
a word search.
Oh, okay.
My mom bought one where there's just one word in the whole book. You just look for the one word fox out of everything in the whole book. It makes her so mad.
That sounds like a nightmare.
It is. But I think that you should put your phone down before bed because blue light, being on your phone and screen time before sleep can like really affect, like it'll make it harder to stay, like fall asleep because your brain's stimulated and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the blue light's bad for your eyes and so on and so forth, which I'm pretty bad at that and like still watching TV before bed. But I do turn on like the blue light thing and put my blue light glasses on.
That's good.
But I want to start cutting down on screen time before bed.
Yeah.
So I could sleep well and feel energized and rejuvenated.
And I mean that's like a well researched thing. Like you really should
No,
stop looking at your phone like 2 hours before bed.
And
or
the
whatever.
problem is I'm so addicted because I'll sit
I
down,
know,
like I
me
was talking
too.
about before, reading, right? I will sit down to read my book, put the book down, I'm just like, let me check Instagram.
Any like advice thing
You
where it's like
Yeah.
don't check social media first thing in the morning. And every day I'm like, I'll try that. And then I
No,
just open it. It's like a
I feel like the morning's easier than
Force
night.
of habit. I want to
Yeah,
start
it's like
putting
a
the
reflex.
timers on my phone so I literally cannot open those apps. I want to
that'd
start
be
putting like
fire.
the locks. I don't want to open
it's a
them.
good idea.
Why is it like my first instinct to open
No,
them?
for real.
Leave me alone. I need to delete
Ariana,
everything.
Do you remember our intro to PR class?
That was when me and Bessie Lakin met.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you remember the one test
Okay.
question? The answer to the question, well, the question said, as a person working in PR, what do you do first thing in the morning? The question, or the answers were like, wake up slowly, have coffee, like, meditate to start your stressful day, whatever, like, and there was some, reasonable answers, one that were clearly, like, whatever. The correct answer was immediately check social media.
As
Oh
a
my
PR
gosh.
person.
Yeah.
Well, that's because, like, that's
Sounds like
like
an
your
evil
job.
And I was like,
job.
yeah, I get it, but I was like, fresh out of bed, first thing you gotta do
Yeah.
is check what's going on in the media. And I was like, wow.
I feel that, though. I mean, that's a real thing, especially, like, if you're someone's, like, what's it called, a publicist?
Assistant.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to know that kind of stuff.
Man, I'm doing that for free. People are
Nah,
getting paid
facts.
to
I'm not
check
even
their
getting paid.
Instagram every
Like,
morning.
what?
You guys are getting paid.
Yeah, you guys
Oh
are
my
getting paid?
Oh
One
my gosh.
discrepancy with the whole like waking up in the morning thing. I don't know why I said discrepancy. It's not discrepancy. My mom and I went to the same high school.
Nice.
Like not
At the same
time.
time?
At the same
No.
time?
Like
Yeah.
she had a teacher and I had the same teacher, and my mom showed me a picture of her when she had her, and then I saw a picture like when I had her. She looked the exact same. Do you want to know what she did every morning? She stood in front of a red light for 10 minutes every morning, like one of those
Psychology.
red lights.
Psychology.
And she had not a wrinkle, not a nothing. She is the baddest bitch I've ever seen in my
You know,
life.
sunscreen and
Shout out
hyaluronic
Miss
acid does that
Lindy.
to you, too. Oh, facts. Shout out, what was her name?
Miss Lindy.
Miss Lindy.
Shout out Miss
Do
Lindy.
not go bag my English teacher.
She single?
Huh?
She single?
I don't think anymore.
That's fine. Is she married?
I don't know. She's something. Haven't talked to her in a while.
Is she, what's it called? She come available?
I hope she's
Be
watching
around.
this.
I hope she- I hope she's
Shout out.
watching.
Sorry,
Shout out.
Rach.
Rach, come mess with a young Kim.
Oh my god.
Cut that.
God.
Do you have one?
So, my self-care tip is to download Finch and add me as a friend so
It's
that
so
I
cute.
can remind you to drink water.
You
do.
sent me your link. I accepted.
How much water y'all be drinking?
did?
a day?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't
As
add
much
me.
as I remember.
All right. So there's a little elephant in the room this episode. We don't have Hannah on for hot takes this week, but stay tuned. She'll be back next week. Or not next week, but next time, So now we're going to jump into advice. Advice this week is very topical. It's very time sensitive, I guess. We're talking about advising. Advising is right around the corner. Starts for the earliest registration group on Monday, which is the 31st. And then it starts for the priority group on the 1st. And then you said, I think you know.
Sophomores, don't quote me, register on the 7th, and
Okay.
I think freshmen or seniors are on the 4th.
Seniors are the second, because I do the
Seniors are
second.
second, and then
okay.
so freshmen will be the 4th.
Okay.
And sophomores are last, and I hate being a sophomore and registering.
You're going to be a
Yeah.
sophomore next semester, too?
I'm going to be a junior.
Okay, that's nice.
So you would register with the juniors?
No, because I'm 1 credit behind, because my freshman fall semester is catching
Exactly.
14 credits, not
Yeah, so
15.
you're technically
Oh,
six.
okay. That's
We're
annoying.
That is a
almost
shame.
there.
Yeah, I remember sophomore registration being the worst.
Sophomores
If
get the
you
short end
are
of the stick.
a sophomore, I'm sorry.
You should tell them about the thing where you can make a plan and then.
Yes.
On my IUP, if you go to the registration toolbox, you can go in and look at all the classes that are available, the times that they need. Just type in your course code, which some of them did change with our new system. Instead of one of my psych classes instead of EDSP, it's
EDSP is different.
HCFS.
Yeah, it's something else
And
now.
so make sure that you talk to your advisor to make sure that your course codes and your prefixes aren't changed. But you can go in and you can add them to like basically what would be your schedule if everything went to plan, and like you could plan it out and like see like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you could literally add them the way you would for registering classes. Then on your registration date at 8 a.m. you can just click add, and then it's just there.
And I'll be honest, I'm registering for my senior year, and I did not know that.
That's crazy.
Did
Yeah.
you know that, Mario?
In the comm department, that's the first thing they teach us. When you're a freshman, they have a meeting. It's like right before registration starts. They have all the freshmen come, and Dr. Ortiz is like in a lab in the bottom of Stouffer.
Yeah.
And they have it in a computer lab, and they teach you how to do all that. That's like the first thing that they do.
That's
that
So the
would
fact
be so
that-
helpful.
The fact that people don't know that is actually crazy.
The
It
psych
is.
department doesn't do all that.
I was a
Actually,
transfer student, so I
Oh.
I didn't do all of that, but Dr. Ortiz still got me.
Yeah.
I had-
She sounds wonderful.
Oh, Dr.
She
Ortiz
is.
is actually the goat.
I'm
It's
gonna
funny how
I'm
many
gonna
times
switch
she
to
did
comm
mentions.
just so I can deal with Dr. Ortiz.
She would honestly probably help you pick your classes, and you're a completely different major, and she would still help you pick.
I had Dr. Runge my freshman year as
Who?
my advisor, Dr. Runge.
Oh,
He teaches educational psych.
oh.
And I loved him because I was like, this is what I want to take. He was like, okay, go ahead.
Nice.
That was so chill. Like, I think I was in there for like 5 minutes. But he is the one who, like, very pushed, like, with my advisor this year, she was like, make sure you have 2 to 3 backup classes. He was like, no, make sure you have a bunch. Make sure you have a bunch. Because as I was registering for sophomore, he goes, you don't know what you're going to get.
This year was scary though because my advisor sent an email that was like, make sure you have backup classes, and I looked and I was like, the classes that I have are literally the only classes I can take.
Well,
so
especially-
I better.
When you go to be a senior, like for me, because education major, in the spring you do student teaching, which is 12 credits. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
So the classes that I take next semester, I need to take. Like those are the only
Right.
classes I have left.
Well, as a
That's
senior,
crazy.
I feel like you can get a lot of overrides if you need them. Like,
That's
some
true.
I feel
You
like
could get
do
override.
because, like, they need to get you out of here.
I'm gonna have to do that. I think for one of my minors.
Well, the problem is, there's classes they don't offer.
Yeah, that's a big
Some are
issue this
only
semester.
fall classes and some
Yes.
like with me being a cast minor, my advisor was like, they only offer these classes like sometimes. So when
Yeah.
they're available, like you gotta take them. And I was like, well, what about the other classes?
That's
I
the
have to
same
take?
thing with me. I'm a women and gender studies minor, and
Nice.
I enjoy it,
That's
but
fine.
oh my god, the classes are like they're only offering 3 this semester. I still need 3. I'm going into my final year.
So you have
I've
to
already taken 2 of them,
Okay,
so I
you
can
need
only
one more.
take 1.
Yeah.
So after this next semester, I'll need 2 more. So I'm just hoping
Oh.
they have 2 the spring of next year.
That
kinda
sounds like a
scared.
hot mess.
I'm scared a
Sounds
little
also
bit.
check out a winter class
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, winter classes.
I'm
or the
taking-
summer even.
Yeah,
I'm taking 3 summer classes.
Why?
yeah. I think I'm gonna have to. End
Two
up taking
from-
summer.
two
Are
from-
you trying to get ahead or are you behind?
I'm behind because
You
I
switch.
switched super late.
Yeah.
So I'm taking 2 from Westmoreland and 1 from IUP.
Okay.
Which one are you taking from IUP?
History 346. It's
Yeah.
like my history, U.S. history 300 plus requirement, and I'm taking geography from Westmoreland, and then history 204, which is U.S. history before 1887.
I'm taking geography right now. I got an A in it.
Geography with
Dr.
is it Calvin?
Gail.
Oh, Gail.
Seacrest.
I like her. She's chill.
I don't want to talk about her.
Don't diss Gail on the pod.
Not Gail.
Oh my god.
We are not
Oh my
affiliated.
God.
I rock with Gail.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, advising, like, another thing I'll say is you don't necessarily have to go to your advisor.
Yes, you do. They have the pin.
That's
they,
true.
They give you your pin, but once you get that, if, like, for example, if you have an advisor that you like in the past, I guarantee you he'll help you pick your classes again.
Oh, so I got my pin, so now I have to call Dr. Ortiz so she can get me right.
No, and actually, I don't. Anyone can give you your pin, right? They
No.
just look you up in the system.
No,
I
The
don't-
head of the department can.
I think
Okay.
I think it's your professor and the head of the department.
yeah, my advisor had like a spreadsheet with like everyone's name,
Yeah.
grade, and pin.
That's what I would
To
do.
my knowledge, I think that it's like organized like per department and like per student
See-
because everyone has a different pin, so you
Yeah.
gotta keep it in track somehow.
See, I feel like my 3 pieces of advice for advising are like schedule your appointment with your advisor or your department head if you do that, and don't miss it
Sooner than later.
sooner than later.
Yeah.
Especially this is coming out on Friday. Registration starts soon, you know.
Yeah, fact.
And then be prepared, know what you want to take going into it. Sign on right when you can start, which is I think it's 8 a.m. for
Wake
everyone.
up at 8 a.m. and get them classes in.
Wake up at 7:50.
Wake up
Honestly,
at 7:57.
yeah, wake up at 7:50.
That's what I used to do. I used to wake up at
7:57.
7:57, log onto the laptop, submit, close it,
That's funny.
go right back to bed.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And
You're
then
funny.
third, kind of
I
we
am
touched
funny.
on this, like, don't sweat too much.
Pause.
Oh my god. Don't sweat it too much if you
Touched
can't
on
get
it.
exactly the classes that you
Confident.
want immediately.
But do
It'll
sweat
all
it.
work itself out while you.
It will.
It won't.
Might not.
You'll be taking classes from community college like every summer.
Well, like, do you have any like advice from the grad student here?
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
had to schedule more
A
time
grad
than us?
perspective, yeah.
What is it like scheduling grad classes? Is it the same?
Yeah, that's a good
I
question.
mean,
Like, is it the same website?
yeah, it's the same website.
You can see the grad classes,
I think you just
when
click
you just look.
graduate level
Yeah.
instead of undergraduate level.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you keep clicking through the pages, usually it'll be like, there's 4 pages. Page 4 is the grad classes usually.
With the 7, 8,
And
and
there's,
Is that- I was
the
gonna say,
big
that's 7 and
numbers.
Once you
800?
get to 500, I think, is that when grad classes start?
Yeah,
more or
so
less.
the 500 classes are usually, or at least my understanding of them, is that they're blends between
Okay.
graduate and undergrad students. And then
Okay.
they just kind of add extra assignments or extra points somewhere for the grad students.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Is that just for the comm department, or is that like a...
I'm not
No,
sure.
I think no, because I registered for a class, a political science class this year, and it's the same as it's 404, but then 504 has the same title.
No,
Why
that's
is it
bad.
having a
So I
reaction
think it
about
might-
over there?
Yeah, so I think it might be the same for political
Because
science.
I'm taking an educational psych class right now. It says 477-577.
Okay,
Does that mean they're a master's? But they just have more work,
What's
right?
your
Probably.
What's your 477? Because I'm taking 476 this semester.
My 477 is like assessments with Hannah Brimkoff.
I don't know who that
So to
is.
the master's, so if you have a class that's both undergrad and master's degrees, do you just have more work?
Probably.
So okay, so the workload's not the same. Pause.
Yeah.
What is
That was
not
not a
possible.
pause.
That's not a pause.
The workload.
Oh my god, bro.
That is a regular vocab word. That is,
It's a pause.
no.
Mo would disagree with you.
He definitely would not disagree.
He would
He's
disagree.
probably
Mo was
watching.
explaining.
Mo is
pausology to
definitely
me
watching this right now, laughing
right
his ass
now.
off.
Are
in
we
this
live?
moment.
Live
While
on
He's
we-
probably not laughing his ass
I
off because we're
guarantee
mentioning
you when
him
he
by
watches
name
this, he's
again.
gonna
Yeah,
laugh
that's
at
true.
us.
He's like,
Mo,
stop
we
fucking
didn't say-
talking about
No,
me.
We didn't
literally.
say the MI word. We could have called him by government.
What Mirza?
Well, you said it.
Stop.
He's gonna kill you after this episode.
Why? Uncle Mirza loves that.
You're gonna get kicked out of his office again
No, for real.
He's
When
gonna
did I
walk
get-
the door.
When did I get kicked out the first time?
when you called him old,
True.
or was
Elderly?
it geriatric?
True. Throw it back to what was that? 2
Jerry,
episodes
what's-
ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mario is beefing with Unc right now.
I think
Apparently
Mario
I'm-
just needs more kindness in his heart.
Apparently, I'm beefing with everybody, bro.
You just need to pray for Unc. Remember, whatever they believe in.
You know what's crazy? I actually pray for all y'all every night.
Every night.
Every single night.
Where am I
That's
on the
sweet.
prayers list? Am I like first or am I like last?
Or is it by name or is it like Penn staff?
No, it's my name.
That's sweet.
What
It
order
goes
are we in?
Yeah, that's that's the question.
How many
Rankings.
people do you pray for on average every night?
a lot. I have a list.
How long does it take normally? Do you have it like written down or like a
Okay,
mental
so
list?
I'll start with a gratitude prayer, and then I'll move on to the Our Father, and then I do my freestyle prayer. And in
like
the
you
freestyle,
freestyle?
yeah,
Wow.
like I just be saying whatever
Do you-
happened
Do you
that
turn
day.
a beat on?
No, I don't. No, not like that.
Gotcha.
I just mean like I just go off the dome,
Just
I
not
definitely
not on
thought
it.
he meant like.
and then I pray
Freestyle.
for my family, and then I pray for my friends. I pray for the people that I work with.
Oh, we're not your friends.
We're just coworkers.
Tisk tisk.
Don't be like that.
No, I'm
Not
just
crying.
kidding.
No, I am
get
no
it.
longer
I
crying
get
at your
And
funeral.
then, yeah, so
That's what I was
that's
thinking.
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
And normally, like when I'm doing my freestyle prayer, normally I'll fall asleep during it.
That's so fun. So you pray for us some nights if you don't fall asleep.
Sometimes he
nights,
doesn't get
okay.
quite there, but in good spirit.
Well, sometimes I just keep freestyling until I go to bed.
So that's that counts.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly.
Just lay in the bed.
I feel like,
What was that song?
Weedle.
What was that song you were singing all day yesterday?
which one?
I don't know. The one you were like harmonizing.
With
Don't
Broadway?
use that one.
That was not Broadway. No.
It wasn't Broadway.
It probably will. I don't
It
know.
might have been. Sing it.
a church girl to go to church.
Is that really Broadway?
No, no, that's just a vibe.
No, that's a vine.
Yeah.
I know that, but-
Oh,
It's
you
like
didn't know if it
getting
was like a
somewhere else.
reference?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I
Broadway.
just-
That would be
Oh.
so.
Broadway
Megan,
could sample
your age
that.
is
I would listen. I would
Your
listen.
age
to
is
it.
showing with that one.
What do you
No,
mean?
you're
She's
definitely
the only
showing.
one of us that would have been like around, actually on Vine.
I was
Wait,
on
it's not
Vine.
that
old,
I
bro.
was
wasn't on Vine.
I was unsupervised at like 8 years old on Vine.
Like,
When
you're not
Vine?
that old. How
When
old are you?
Vine? When Vine got shut down, I was
Mine got shut down to what, 2015?
2017.
What?
I was.
Vine got shut
It made it
Vine
that
got-
long?
Yeah, but
Vine
nobody
got
used it in 2017.
Yeah, prime
Vine got
Vine.
shut
I'm
down when I
talking
was
about
13
prime
Like
years old.
2014?
Yes.
Okay.
I was 9 years
It
old with
wasn't even-
unsupervised access to
Like,
Vine.
how old are
Nowhere
you?
near its prime. I'm 24.
Yeah.
Damn.
Are you gonna call her
You're
geriatric
21, bro.
too? Get kicked
Yeah,
out the
no,
I'm
podcast
actually
room?
22.
You're 22.
Well, remember, Reagan was like Happy Mario Day and didn't even know it was his birthday. And he was
Oh.
like, thank you.
Was it?
March
Is
10th.
it March 10th?
MA or 10.
That's kind of a really cool
Oh.
birthday.
Is that
on
why-
accident. That's not even on purpose.
It's kinda
Is
really
that
cool
why
birthday.
that's your name?
No,
And they
it's
just
actually
threw a
not.
U.
That's
That's
crazy.
so
Well, why
funny.
is your name Mario?
Because he's Italian.
My granddad.
That makes
Why
He
is your
cooked
name
the
Maddie?
meatball.
No,
Oh,
don't. See, see, to
Do
me,
we-
I could take that as a slur.
Oh.
I could take that as a racially insensitive joke.
Oh
And
my
get you
God.
canceled.
You're racist,
Italian
is
not
not-
Italian.
In front of all of our viewers.
Ethnically
That's an ethnic.
Okay, let's
It's-
restart the intro. Maddie is a racially discriminative
Serial killer.
Like,
Oh
okay.
my
You gotta be careful saying that.
Oh my
Are
God.
You said it.
Are
You.
Are you the smiley face killer?
There's a smile on her face when she discriminates.
Do you smile when?
I could see you in a horror movie.
Oh, Maddie,
No,
you
for real.
definitely.
I am the
Maddie's
horror.
either the killer or she's the one who's
The
like.
final girl.
No, she's the one who like goes in.
She dies first.
Oh,
yeah,
dies
exactly.
first.
She's the one that yeah.
If she's not the killer, she dies
That's
first.
a fun fact. I'm in a horror short film, guys.
Oh, nice.
Why is that a piece of lore? Can we link it in the description?
That's Aura.
Yeah,
Can we
really.
link it in the description?
I did
Viewers
carry. I did
will
carry. I
know.
was the best in it, but
Have you guys ever seen that Geico commercial where it's like, it's like that group of people and they're like getting chased by somebody and they're like,
Yeah.
y'all like, let's go inside the house, and they're like, no, and then the other guy goes like, why don't we just get in the running car? And the people are like, no, let's get behind the chainsaws. Like the guy goes behind it.
Is that like the
Yes.
scary movie thing?
yeah,
I think so, but it's like because it's like Geico, like 15
Yeah.
minutes. It's what we do, and it's
Yeah.
like if you're in a horror movie, you make stupid decisions. It's what
That's
you do.
okay.
That would be you.
Well, you just had to explain the whole thing, so that made it less funny. So that's not me.
It wasn't supposed
Yeah.
to be funny. It was supposed to be informative.
But you said it while laughing, so that's not informative.
Elizabeth laughed.
That's true.
I giggled.
Lakin, did you laugh?
We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, I think that's a cut.
I am not racist or a serial killer.
All right, thanks for tuning in to episode 4 of the Penncast Off the Record. Stay tuned next time. We will have a Hot Takes with Hannah section. Don't worry.
So Mario
but-
doesn't have to pout.
Yeah, so Mario doesn't have to pout.
In the middle of the outro, though.
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.